So here we are, 1st of August, a week after Pearl was born, and I've made it through the checkpoint again, coming from Melbourne, again on the basis of animal welfare. And what I've done is I've immediately brought the sheep down to feed, and I've grabbed the other lamb and I've put it into the orchard with Pearl. And I just noticed that they were having a bit of a play. He's still much bigger than she is. And I'm just going to keep the ewe on this side of the fence and just see. Gosh, it would be wonderful if she would now take the lamb back. Pearl can obviously... She's a much better feeder now. She's much stronger. She would latch on to the teat much more effectively, so she could, steal just little feeds, I'm sure, before the ewe could turn around. But there's still a real size difference between them. It's good to see her out here. She's having a bit of a chew of an old salt block there. You can hear the ewe calling to them. So the other reason, of course, for bringing her out is so that she has to ultimately come back here. I need her to learn how to be a sheep. How to speak sheep, how to behave as a sheep, and I guess also so that she's being exposed to all the same pathogens, bacteria, something other than COVID-19, which apparently is, by the numbers, still rife in Melbourne. Of course I jest. She's not susceptible to COVID-19. As far as I'm aware, but you get my point. She needs to be exposed to all of the same microbes and bacteria and conditions out here, so that she builds up an immunity to those. She's really very interested in that salt block, and she is getting teeth because she bit me yesterday. So she's getting teeth, and it's almost as if they're grinding. She's grinding her teeth, and they're quite big for her little mouth. And she did nip a bit of parsley this morning and eat it, and it would appear as though she's still nibbling on grass here. So I'm going to be here for a few hours now, and I'll see what happens. She was screaming most of the way out, and she's stopped now, so that's a really good sign. I think just being around the sheep will be good for her. Wow, she's much smaller still. She was 4 kilos this morning. One thing I'm noticing is that she doesn't respond to the ewe calling at all, really, whereas the other lamb does. Okay, I desperately need some coffee. Yes, so no luck with... Shush, Mum. Well, you may not take her, may not feed her, but she certainly can babysit her. So I'm going to take the rare opportunity to be separated from Pearl for a little while I go and have a cup of coffee by the pond, safe in the knowledge that Pearl is okay and will not scream the house down. Doesn't matter if she does, but she's with her brother and her mother and brothers and sisters here, so I'm sure she'll be just fine. She's got a big fat belly now. She's just had 300 mils of formula. She'll be fine. So I'm going to leave her here for a little while. So you can see there that they're actually very comfortable with each other. He's laying down. She's nibbling. She's hungry. She hasn't been fed since 8 o'clock this morning. She keeps nudging him up. I think she wants to feed from him. So the ewes getting very upset now, being separated from her lamb. The lamb's not thrilled either. Little Pearl, however, she has no idea what all the fuss is about, and she's having a great time with her brother. So I'll put the lamb back with her because she's getting a bit upset. It's okay, Mum. It's okay, Mum. Hello, Pearly Pearl. Hello, Pearly Pearl. Hello, Pearly Pearl. Hey, little boy, I'll put you back. I know how you feel, Mum. It's hard work, isn't it? It's okay. Good girl. Sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry, Mum. What have I got down here? A little Pearly Pearl. A little Pearly Pearl. So, in case anybody's wondering, it's not terribly easy to raise a lamb. Whilst we're no longer on 2-hour feeds, it still does involve getting up in the middle of the night. It does involve not being able to really leave her because she is very, very vocal and very loud. Of course, out here it's no problems, but in the city it's a big problem when you live in an apartment building. She wheezes at will a lot, so I've been weed on and pooed on. She's now got... Hi, Mum. Oi, oi, oi. Gosh, she's got a lot of milk, that ewe. Mum. Yeah, she's getting teeth now, so she actually bit me yesterday. Not intentionally, of course, but she's just, when she's nibbling on you for a bottle, or she just actually nibbles everything. Of course, she poos. Yeah, it's just, it's hard work. So, definitely no go on the ewe taking Pearl back, which I knew was almost certain not to work. Yeah, she doesn't want her at all. I didn't let Pearl into the yard with her because I didn't want Pearl to get injured, but I did hold her over the fence, and the ewe came up and sniffed her, and once she realised it wasn't her lamb, she immediately head-butted her even in my hands. So, yeah, no go. But Pearl spent nearly 2 hours now with her. What's up? What's up? You're not hungry already? Don't bite me, Pearl. She spent 2 hours almost with her twin, and probably I'll put them together again, but the ewe was just getting too upset being separated from the lamb. So I've joined them and let the ewe and the lamb out, and they've actually walked away off by themselves, actually. It's a shame, but it's really beautiful here today. It's always really beautiful here. I always say that, but the scent of spring is in the air. You can see over the back. The wattles are all out. So you can smell those. And the sugar plum will be out very soon. And then our plums will be out. All of which add to the scent in the air. Just smells like spring, basically. And it's warm in the sun. And there's, I guess, no surer sign of spring than spring lamb. What do you reckon, Pearly Pearl? So, the plan for Pearl, of course, is she's a week old today. Here they come. The other ones. This will be interesting to see what happens here if she walks the lamb up. Hey, Mum. What's up? Yeah, so she's a week old today, and I'd really love to have her weaned at least to 1 bottle per day, maybe a 700ml bottle per day. By the time she's 1 month old, so 3 more weeks. And then by that stage she should be eating, so she'll have a hard time of it, there's no doubt, because that's very early to be weaned. I mean, the others were still drinking milk at 6 months old. But she'll be able to pick, and you can see already she's picking. She's not eating anything, but she's just picking stuff. So that she'll be able to eat and drink, of course. And it may be the case that she'll just be able to steal the very odd drink from that ewe. And if she does get buttered, she's fast enough and hopefully strong enough by that stage to withstand it, or better still, get out of the way. And hopefully she'll be okay. And then we've got the type of sheep that we wanted, a very friendly / tame, small hair as opposed to wool sheep. And I'm thinking increasingly that Edmund won't come back now, because whilst I would love to have him back, I would prefer now to keep Pearl, and perhaps, no, I think just Pearl actually. And then I would need another ewe another ram, to breed with Pearl. And so she'll make hopefully more little lambs, and I'll just have to decide what kind of ram it's going to be. It will be certainly a small breed ram. As to whether it's Harlequin mini meat sheep, I'm not sure. I think they've been I think they're good, but yeah, maybe there's some other breeds to explore that are perhaps once again have small stature as a breed attribute. Good girl. Good girl. Here, Pearly Pearl. Good girl. So all the sheep have had plenty of feed today. They've had lucerne and grain. Good girl. This is Pearl's mum here. Good girl. And Pearl's brother. You can see she's not interested in her at all. This is Pearl's sister, and she still thinks she's a lamb. She still follows the ewe around. So she was a twin. Her twin brother, not so much. You can see her calling to him now. So he's a wether now. He doesn't follow so much, but the ewe lamb from last year definitely does. Now, if we had internal fencing, we would have separated her out. She'll still try and sneak a drink, I think, but the ewe won't let her anymore. But they certainly stay together. And I suppose, although I don't know, she probably acts as a bit of an aunt to that lamb. Right, video off. I'm going to sleep in the sun for a while. Okay, so this is really interesting. So Pearl wants a bottle, and as I was working up there on the hill, she started to call, and the ewe responded. You can see she's definitely doesn't want to take her, but the ewe responded as if it were her own lamb calling. Pearl's quick. Be nice to her. Oi, oi! You be nice to her. Okay, Pearly. Okay, Pearly. Come on. Okay. You can try again. So Pearl seems to be able to get away from the headbutting when she's... You okay? You okay? Okay, come on, let's go. Go on, Pearly. Good try. Good try. It's so interesting because the ewe does respond to Pearl. She does, which I don't recall her doing last time. She's definitely, once Pearl calls, the ewe definitely comes up to see what the problem is. And she does show a degree of interest, but then she butts her once she realizes who it is. Strange. Oi, oi. Oi, oi. Horrible mum. Yeah, definitely not. That beautiful wattle. Okay, so end of the day. It's just gone 5. Pearl's just had one for the road. She's had a good day, lots of play, lots of new things to explore, lots of headbutting with brother, lots of antagonizing her mother, who really still does not want her at all. So just taking in the last of the rays, which are pretty much gone now. I would love, 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 love to just somehow get Mark here and we see out the lockdown period out here. We could almost do it. I mean, that's not right. We couldn't almost do it. We don't have enough stuff here to cook and sleep and whatever, but it's it's so nice here. But that's okay. We will we'll go back to Melbourne. Pearl will deafen me with her bleating, her very loud bleating and objection in the car most of the way. I'll be deaf, and we'll have another week or 2 at home. There's technically 2 more weeks of lockdown to go. Although, if the numbers don't improve, I suspect they're going to extend them or do something with them. But fingers crossed.